Hey guys, it's 15 here, back with another video this time, and we are here with another Kamen our Geats review. You know, viewing the DX Magnum Shooter 40X. I actually had to record this bit because I got the name wrong, but yeah, Magnum Shooter 40X, the main weapon for Geats and mostly just anyone using the Magnum race buckle. But like I said, since other people actually use the Magnum race buckle a lot from Japan and Buffa, and probably a few other people. But again, you guys get the point. Point that I'm finally reviewing the weapon for Geats, but first we're gonna look at the box again. It's just your typical thing. You have the Magnum shooter in both rifle and handgun mode, just showing it can go into modes. The water includes the water race buckle. We have Geats looking awesome right there. DX Magnum Shooter 40X, stuff like that. We have Geats and the handgun mode, and then the stuff it goes with the water race buckle and the weapon itself, and then we have rifle mode. And then just this stuff, some of the stuff that it does and it interacts with the race buckles. And then on the back, it'll just have all the stuff it does again, and again, the water race buckle and stuff like that. Just all the functionality and stuff. It's just nothing really too much. It's your typical box for Rider, but like I said, that's pretty much it. Now let's go on with the review itself. Which honestly, the first thing I'm actually going to go over is the included raise buckle, and that is the water raise buckle. Again, it's just another one of the smaller, kind of like the smaller raise buckles, similar to Hammer and Levi's, so those are the only two. Well, this and Hammer's the only weapon equipment and its raised buckle I have, and then kind of Geats will go into that. But again, it's just basically just black and blue again, just kind of like the similar base, just having this part black and then the rest being the color or that corresponds with this one, and that is blue. And then we have just a kind of just and since this is water, that is resembling a water faucet, which can be activated by turning either way, just like you turn on the faucet. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that part. Now it's just see how it corresponds with this. So we have there's the transformation into counter Geats underwater. And now just the water strike. Water strike. And so yeah, there's water strike, and I'm actually gonna show off Magnum. I'm gonna actually show off Magnum because there's actually a cool thing I want to show off. I gotta do a vault on it. Revolve on. Magnum. Water. Ready. Fight. So yeah, there's that. I kind of want to show that off. You can actually do a revolve on before you do like transformation. So, and now just do the victory. Magnum water victory. And there's that. And then finally, let's just do boost. And then I'm just gonna do Grand Victory. Wait, but I'll just do. Boost Water Victory. Boost time. Boost Water Grand Victory. Of course, I do realize something about this a little bit. It just doesn't change too much, but yeah, there's just boost, and like I said, that's pretty much it for that little thing. There is actually something I really want to show off, and that is showing off like what this does without a 90 core. Again, they just do the sounds, so I guess that they will do the same thing for the other race buckles. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the sounds it does in the water race buckle, and what it does in the Desire Driver. Now let's move on to the main attraction, and that is there is the Magnum shooter itself. And like I said, I really like this thing. I actually like this a lot more than the Ellen Buster. Not only design wise, but I also just also toy wise, because again, the one thing I do like about this is it does have a on-off switch, so I don't have to always keep the tab in to avoid the battery loss, and also I don't have to worry about being very sensitive with that large button. That large button for the device stamps. Yeah, that's basically stamp the device stamps and everything, but yeah, stuff like that. But as far as the looks of it, we do have just some very cool design choices. We do have like a kind of trick, there we go, or kind of like handle door thing, and going with this thing. We have like basically looks like an ammo. Have this part of which the raised buckles will attach, will slot in, which is very reminiscent to, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of a shotgun thing, like just Grand Theft Auto when I'm just upgrading like my shotguns and stuff like that. My assault weapons has like this big ammo like clip. Like I said, that's what's kind of what reminds me of it. But yeah, we do get like a warning sign, some gibberish, like actually literal gibberish, because there's can't really say it. Here's what it actually says. And then we have some red and white right here. And then this one, remember, this is a revolver. And then we have a scope. And then this also back here, which we'll pull back for some sounds, which again is a reference to the foxtail, that's what Geats is based off of. And then of course with this button right here, you can switch it to rifle mode, which the red does continue on, and the does have like a barrel, the holes for the two muzzles for the barrels and everything, like I said. But yeah, it does actually add like extend the barrel and the weapon itself. Trigger's red. Again, this is, remember, the scope. And then, like I said, we switch back. Again, we do have like the little holes for the gun barrel and the muzzle, something on the line of that. I don't know. I'm not that well invested in guns, but again, like I said, that's pretty much it for aesthetic. Now let's return on the sound. Magnum Shooter 40X, which we do have a LED for there, which does change color. But yeah, let's just go ahead and... So yeah, we just get like a single shot when you press the button. Nothing we can hold it down. And then we switch to the rifle for a bit. You get that sound. And then you hold down. And then we switch. But again, we do... So that's pretty much kind of all I can really do for a little bit. But now to go over when I pull this back. Which activates a kind of rapid fire motion. Which again doesn't... Which it doesn't matter if you do it 3 times, it will do the same thing. And then of course if you go to rifle mode. Charge. Tactical shoot. Which we get tactical shoot. And charge. Tactical shoot. Which again, that's... I will say if you like pull on this a little bit, it will go off the button, which again, that's kind of what... It's just, as far as the modes changing, it's just that when it's off the button and when it's on the button. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all it does on its own, which is pretty good. Now let's get on with the race buckle, which again, I'm just bringing the first race buckle, and that's the one it comes with, and that is water. So all you have to do is slot this in. Tactical blast. So we got that, and we get tactical blast. And if you turn this again, we do get that. That, like I said. Rifle. Now you switch to the rifle mode. Water. Tactical blast. So yeah, we do get a different sound of that. And like I said, we just turn it again. You just get the same thing. So yeah, that's, and then just to click, and then just release it. You just press on this release tab right here. You just click on this release tab right here to release the race buckle. So that's what it does with water. So now I'm going to go through all the other race buckles I have. So first, I'm just going to do the obvious one, which is Magnum, because again, this is technically what this, it's kind of like the race buckle that summons this weapon, like I said. So, just to go do it in handgun mode first. Magnum. Tactical blast. You get Magnum Tactical Blast. That. And then we just switch to the rifle where I can... Magnum Tactical Blast. Yeah, sorry if it's not completely in frame, but it's like I'm hard to do this. But yeah, I really liked this, how it looks with Magnum, because again, with this hand, like I mentioned in my review, this handle kind of makes it look like a Tommy gun. And again, just this big thing like I said. we got that out of the way. And then I'm just gonna get Boost out of the way also, because it's also one of the big ones.
Tactical blast.
And I switch over the handgun again.
Handgun. Boost. Tactical blast.
So there we got Boost, both Tactical Blast for Boost. I do realize that it's kind of like the end part is the same, but of course the announcements and the lights are different, which Boost has like a multicolored.
Tactical blast.
Yeah, it has multicolored because again it can be used with different race buckles. So there's that, and then finally we get to the two last ones, which I'm gonna do Hammer first. We get a purple light.
Tactical blast.
Or pink. And then we switch it to rifle.
Tactical blast.
We get, so there's Hammer of Tactical Blast. And then also the last one we need to do is the revised driver race buckle, which we're gonna get we're gonna get this sound.
Kamen Rider. Tactical blast.
So we just get Kamen Rider. Sadly, by the looks of it, it looks like all the legendary race buckles are just gonna have like the same generic sound. And then
Kamen Rider. Tactical blast.
so yeah, I think that's gonna be the only sound we get from the legendary ones. Which again, I'm probably not gonna do too many of the legendary ones in this. I think that's kind of like the one thing I don't like about this. The one thing I wish they did, kind of to bring back with X8 having like the sounds that involve that rider. Like if you use the gadgets and any of the Gashcon weapons will have like sounds from the bell, from which rider that comes with, like it'll, like I said, it'll have like the sounds from the belts and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So let's get on to it. There we go. There is our review on the DX Magnum Shooter 40X from Kamen Geats, and I really do love this thing. I really do like the weapon for this year. It kind of just really looks cool. It looks more cool design-wise and toy-wise, like I said, compared to last year's weapon, that was the Ellen Buster. Well, I like that it has the little gun axe weapon, which kind of made reminiscent of the kunai gun from Kabuto. That was kind of like that was probably one of the good things about it. But my only issue with that, well, design-wise, I'm kind of okay with it, and it was just with the blue and pink and everything. And the stamping was a thing for the stamps were okay. Like, I'm not just talking about the one when they kind of like attach on the top or for the finisher. I'm talking about just like the stamp for the little image thing for the stamp. Look, it's pretty good. But my one thing problem with that for the toy thing, as far as that toy goes, my only issue was that two things. It didn't have an on-off switch, so I had to keep tapping to avoid it drain on the batteries. And then the second thing is that that's stamp thing for the stamps for the stamp image part is a giant button. So if I just like lay it on the bed on the side of the button, it'll activate like the finisher noises. And that's kind of like the one thing I didn't like about the thing. This doesn't have any problematic things. Unless I'm like fiddling with this, and I'll switch between the handgun and rifle mode. But again, I just avoid messing with that part. Or like I said, and I just try to avoid messing with that part. Alright, but as far as everything looks pleasing for it. Design-wise, I like the colors. I like just the design choices, like this back part being based on a foxtail, and just having like a handgun rifle, or weapon is just very cool. And again, I like that the way the Magnum race buckle the most, because it make it look like a Tommy gun. Same thing with the boost. Again, it'll kind of change a little bit with Zombie and maybe a few of the other ones coming soon. But like I said, mostly I really do like this one. And the water race buckle is a good addition to the race buckle. The race buckle collection, kind of like, I can't say it's not like a Devin must-have, but it kind of is. And this one's and this is actually Devin must-have, because it can interact with all the race buckles. The Kamen one, the legendary one's not so much, but again, you got all the main ones from the show, from the main riders. Those are all going to be interacted with this. Yes, like I said, and I just love this more than the Ellen Buster. Design's great. The functionality as a toy is just better than the last year's. But like I said, I definitely recommend this. Because it can interact with your race buckles, and it's just a very good toy, in general, and a very good weapon. And like I said, and the same thing with the water race buckle is a good addition to your race buckle collection. And that's pretty much it. I feel like I'm going a little bit around the bend with this, but like I said, that's pretty much it. Remember to like this video, comment down below what you guys think of this review. What do you think of the Magnum shooter? Do you like this better than the Owen Buster? And what do you think of the water race buckle, everything, the functionality, and how you liking Geats so far, toy line, and everything else. Subscribe, tap the bell, more videos coming soon. I got another Geats review coming, and a few other stuff coming also. Like I said, I got the Bang Bang shooting gas shit, and I might even do some redo reviews of X8. But also, I'm already going to be doing some redo reviews of Ghost, so yeah, it's a few stuff from a few Kamen Riders I'm going to be doing a redo review of. But that's pretty much it. And this is 15, Golden Rider, Rider Kicking,